Okay. We're on the record in cause number 328080, the state of Texas versus Jeremiah Marquette Washington. Mr. Washington, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Washington, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Washington, how you doing?
Fine, man.
I'm doing fine. Mr. Washington, I have before me information that states that on or about July 30th of 2020, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, you was charged with a Class A misdemeanor offense of evading arrest, detention. You understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to this charge, Mr. Washington, how you plead? Guilty, not guilty, no contest.
No contest.
Now, you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Washington, I have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment. It's also referred to as State's Exhibit Number 1. You recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 2 of this same document, Mr. Washington, are these your initials
Yes, sir.
on line 2
Yes, sir.
where it says no contest?
Yes, sir.
And on page 3 of this same document, Mr. Washington, is this your signature, Jeremiah W.?
Yes, sir.
And on the next document, which is titled the Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature?
Yes,
On the bottom it says defendant.
Yes, sir.
There are 2 boxes that's checked at the top of this document. The first box says that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
The second box says that you're waiving, which means you're giving up your right to appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You have a discovery certification?
We do, the state hasn't signed it yet, or.
Okay,
And I have the second part to that certification in my office.
okay. Now, Mr. Washington, I have before me a document that is titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document? Is that your signature on line 2? It says defendant.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, Mr. Washington, prior to signing and initialing these documents, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true or correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
State, I have before me State's Exhibit Number 1. State, you like to offer State's 1?
Yes, Your Honor, and I have states 2 in my office, the PC affidavit, and this,
You're gonna be
I'd like
offering,
to offer it as well.
okay, now, Mr. Freeman, the state will be offering State's Exhibit Number 1, which is the misdemeanor plea admonishment, which is on the tab, and they will offer State's Exhibit Number 2, which is the probable cause affidavit. Do you have any objections to the states offering States 1 and 2?
No objection. Your
Okay, no objection. States Exhibits Number 1 and 2 will be admitted. Now, Mr. Freeman, you've advised and counseled Mr. Washington. Is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Washington, your attorney, Mr. Freeman, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Washington, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your pleas and waivers was freely and voluntarily given. I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor, and in this case, it's 60 days with credit for time served and tax and retire of the court costs.
Okay. Let's see, Mr. Washington, the state is offering that you serve 60 days in the Jefferson County Jail, but you would not have to serve any more time in the Jefferson County Jail on this case because you've already served 60 days in jail. Therefore, you will be given credit for time served.
Yes, sir.
If you owe any court costs, any costs to the court, you will not have to pay that because the time that you spent in jail has already paid it off. So therefore, your court costs will be taxed and retired.
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Washington, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
I'll follow the pre-bargain agreement that you've entered into with the state.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Washington, you can stand on the X. They're gonna give you a copy of the judgment. And once you get the copy